How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Martin with Bellavora Auto Spa. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing Optimum's new Hyperfoam, or their Optimum No Rinse Hyperfoam. So it seems like Optimum has finally, somebody over there has finally gotten with the times. ONR has been around for so long. It's a great product, but technology with rinseless wash has been changing. People have been trying out new things. One of the latest, or not the latest, but something that we're seeing a lot more are more of these people doing surfactant based. Sorry. So this, I believe, granted, I'm no chemist, but I believe, since this does foam up, it's got surfactants in it. I don't know if it's a hybrid surfactant and polymer. I don't know if it's just a pure surfactant. This isn't replacing the regular ONR. This is just adding to it. Also got some of their other new products here. Those will be reviewed in separate videos. And all this stuff over here that's for other reviews. But yeah, ONR Hyperfoam, it's interesting. So what I think happened was they were like, hey, let's develop a surfactant rinseless wash. And they did, and then they were like, hey, we can call it Hyperfoam because it foams up, because as we know, most surfactant-based rinseless washes foam up. The ones that contain ceramic polymers don't foam up as much because ceramic kind of overpowers the foam, but this isn't one of those. This doesn't contain any of that. So I've already added some to a bucket. I've got a sponge soaking in there. But if you guys want to take a look, so I did get this from Detail Image. I forget what the cost was. I do have a 10% off discount code for Detailed Image. If you want to use it, get it from there. You can get it from Optimum Direct. This may be on Amazon as well. If it is, I'll post links to that. But they got their marketing materials here on the side. You can pause if you want to read that. Safe for all exterior and interior applications. So you can use this on your interior as well. Okay, there we go. Combines polymer no rinse with foam. So this is a polymer and surfactant, so we should have some good slickness. Uses a rinseless wash or a car wash soap, so you can foam can in this, and you can use it as a wash. I think there is a company that makes something similar. I think it's American Detailer Garage Wipeout. I think it is. You can use it as both. I don't know how well this stuff foams though, but we're gonna see. You can use it as a pre-wash, which that's kind of what that stuff is. And this says leaves nothing behind, residue free, as we know with rinseless washes. So directions: add 1 ounce to 2 gallons of water, which I've already done. Soak the big red sponge, which I don't have. I do have DIY Details Legacy sponge. So that's what I'm going to be using. Dry each section with Optimum's drying towel. I'm not going to be using their drying towel. And if it dries before wiping clean, just dry it again. Excessively dirty surfaces may require a second wash before drying. Now, when I use rinseless wash, I like to use it as maintenance. I don't use it as a standard car wash. That is how I feel about it. If it's a standard car wash, I'm breaking out the big guns, soap and water and all that, pressure washer, because I am trying to get it clean as efficiently as I can. Not that you can't do it with rinseless wash, but from what I've seen, it just requires so much more effort that I might as well just take out all the stuff. But it's got all these other dilution ratios, so car wash, foam cannon, foam sprayer, clay lube, waterless wash, glass interior and around the house, which is nice. I'm going to be using it in a foam sprayer, so it says 2 ounces of 32 gallons. I've got about 32 ounces, Jesus. I've got about 32 ounces of water in the IK Foam Pro 2 Plus that we'll be using to test it out. So again, I'll show you over here. That's where the bucket is. It's already been soaking in the bucket. You can see it is a little foamy in there, so definitely got some surfactants. But let's get this in the IK sprayer, and we'll see how the foam is, and we'll just test it out and see how it does. Alright, so first things first, IK sprayer. We got approximately 32 ounces in there. Doesn't have to be spot on, just get close as you can. I always say that with detailing products when you're diluting. Again, it doesn't have to be super exact. Just get in that area. It's 31 ounces, 33 ounces. It's not going to be a big deal. So it says 2 ounces in here. So that's 1. That's 2. All right, and this stuff, the scent of it, I don't know if it's cherry, watermelon, or strawberry. I want to say cherry, but I am bad at identifying scents. But it does smell nice. So there's that. Personally, I prefer the more like clean, fresh scents or kind of cologne scents. But, you know, the candy scents are fine too. I don't hate them. All right, it's in there. Give it a swish. And then you can pump it up like this, but I got the 2 Plus, which has a Schrader valve. So let me get my inflator and we will go ahead and pressurize it. All right, so I got my Ryobi inflator. I don't know if they make this model anymore, if they sell this model anymore, but this thing's great because I do have the one where you set the pressure, but I like this one because it's just trigger activated. And that's it. And it's got a little digital dial in the back. I think the older models had a analog dial in the back, but get this on there, inflate it, and then when it pressurize it, and then when it's pressurized, the pressure release valve will go ahead and release any excess pressure. That was it. So we get about 41.5 psi that it holds. I'm just releasing all the extra pressure out of here. There we go. All right, that's done. Let's go ahead and get over to the car and we'll see how this foam is. All right, so here's my car. The hood is a little dirty. You can't really see through the camera. You can't even see with the light. This car is so glossy, but yeah, I don't know if you can see that finger swipe there. Barely. But there is dust on it. I mean, see all the dust on there? It really shows up in the black. So we're gonna foam the stuff on here, then we'll rinseless wash it off. All right, so it's pressurized. Let's see the foam. Well, it's all gonna run down too. Not as glorious as I thought it would be. Maybe I lost some pressure. Let me pressurize this up again. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, I did release too much pressure when I was filling it up, but not bad at all. That is good foam. Now, there are a couple ways you can go about this. You could take microfibers and just start wiping this off. I'll even show you an example of that. So this is the rinseless wash method if you're using foam. You just kind of, or I guess it's not even rinseless, it's more waterless at this point, but it does take a lot of towels, but that does get nice and clean, and the slickness of this is decent. Pretty good. Yeah, this is pretty good stuff. I like it. But as you can see, it's going to take a lot of microfibers to get all that off. We throw this in the dirty microfibers. Okay, then the other method, of course, is just the rinseless wash sponge. Normally you'd pre-spray. We'll consider this pre-spray. I'll just kind of spread that around a little bit more, but you just go back and forth in lines. Little foamy on there. And you just dry it off. Take a drying towel. Dry it off. Now, of course, I would not advise using foam as a pre-spray. It's going to get messy. Use foam if you plan to wipe it all off. But let me grab a spray bottle and I'll show you the pre-spray method. You probably already know about it, but let me show you anyways. So basically just take your spray bottle, dip it in your rinseless bucket. You can fill it all the way up if you want to. I just didn't feel like it. And then you can use a pump sprayer for this as well. So this is just pre-treating, so you can encapsulate any dirt that you got in there. And then you once again take your rinseless wash sponge and just start cleaning. Now you don't have to use a rinseless wash sponge. You can use a wash mitt if you prefer. You can use some good quality microfiber towels if you prefer. That's the beauty of detailing, is you can do it however the hell you want to do. Whether you do the method right or wrong, that's on you. But there are multiple ways to do it. And you'll see in my comments frequently people, you should do it this way. You didn't do it this way. You didn't do it right. Do it however you feel like doing it. It's your car, it's your vehicle. If you're doing this professionally, I would definitely suggest learning proper methods so you don't mess up someone else's vehicle, because they will not be happy. Well, some people probably wouldn't care, but I know me, anyone who's a car enthusiast or spent a lot of money on their car, which we all do, right? But yeah, they probably wouldn't be happy if you mess their stuff up, especially if they put a lot of time, effort, or money into it. So after you go over it with the rinseless wash sponge, we're just going to dry it up. Simple as that. Now when I dry it, usually I'll go over it with one side of the towel, get a majority of the water off. Whoops. Tight fit in here. Get a majority of the water off. And then you'll see there's streaks all over, so I'll flip to a dry side. And then we'll just buff it dry. Have a nice shiny surface. And yeah, this does leave things feeling slick. Now on this hood I've got CarPro D-Quartz Go. Their consumer version of D-Quartz. It's been on here about a year now. Only on the hood, not the rest of the car. But it's pretty good coating, but yeah, this stuff makes it feel nice and slick. Way to go, Optimum. This thing is gliding across. But yeah, that's all there is to it. That's how you rinseless wash, and that's how you use this product. 5 stars across the board. I think it's great. Anyways, let's go back to the table for our final thoughts. All right, Optimum No Rinse Hyper Foam. I would definitely say, yeah, definitely buy this if you're interested. You get a great value. You get a 32-ounce bottle instead of most companies sell you a 16-ounce bottle or a gallon. 32-ounce I find is the sweet spot for a lot of people that detail their own cars, but not other people's cars. 16 ounce is a little bit too small because you run through it quick. A gallon, most people don't want to dedicate to buying a gallon because they might want to try something else out later. But yeah, 32 ounce, perfect. Or 500 milliliters, depending on, if it's not in the US, they probably go by milliliters, and they'll usually give you a 500 milliliter. Although 1,000 milliliter, which is more than 32 ounces. 32 ounces, as it says here, is 946, so you get a little more for it. But great stuff all around. Optimum killed it here, so no surprise. Optimum is like the grandfather of rinseless washes. Something comparable to it would probably be DIY Details rinseless wash, their V2. Now, for those of you who don't know, if you're familiar with DIY Detail, then you know Ivan LaCroix, the guy with the cool mustache. Ivan worked at Optimum for many years. He's developed a lot of stuff at Optimum. That's not where he got his start, but that's where I first saw him when I first got into this industry, was Optimum. And he was a big advocate for rinseless washing. He still is. And then, he went to a couple different companies, helped them develop some things, landed with DIY Detail, and developed their rinseless wash. So you'll find a lot of similarities between Optimum's rinseless products and DIY's rinseless products and their sponges, because Ivan also helped develop the Optimum's Big Red sponge and obviously the DIY Legacy sponge. So some cool info there. But Optimum, they killed it on this. That's really no surprise. Rinseless washing is their game. And they didn't, what I like is they didn't go on YouTube and say, game changer, the best thing ever, like PNS likes to do and some other companies. They're just like, this just showed up one day and everyone's like, oh, hey, Optimum's got a new rinseless wash. So pretty cool stuff, but I like it. I would definitely say buy it if you're interested. You won't be disappointed. But I mean, really, that's all I got. It works great. It's a great product. A lot of people have been saying that too. They're not just saying that for no reason. It is good stuff. But check the links down below if you're interested in purchasing it. You can get 10% off detailed image. So detailed image has other sales going on all the time. If it's on Amazon, I'll link it there. You can also get it from Optimum's website. I don't have any discounts for them. But yeah, that's about it. Let me know what your favorite rinseless wash is. I've reviewed a lot of them, but not all of them. But that's really all I got for you guys in this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give the video a like or a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. I appreciate you all. We just hit 7,000, and I am more than grateful for that. But other than that, leave your thoughts and comments down below if you got anything to say. I like to interact with people if they say stuff that's I find fascinating, and we can go back and forth. Enjoy the Facebook group if you haven't already. But that's all I got. I will see you all in the next video. Keep them clean. Have a good one.